Pride goes before a fall. Meghan's 40 by 40 campaign down and out, no one wants to join it. To celebrate her birthday last year, the Duchess of Sussex launched the 40 by 40 campaign, hoping to get women back into the workplace, but the initiative didn't take off, says expert. As Meghan Markle gears up to celebrate her 41st birthday today, August 4, one royal expert looked back on the campaign she launched to mark her last birthday, calling the effort a bit of a bust. The Duchess of Sussex famously released a video last year announcing the 40 by 40 campaign, in which 40 of her friends would give up 40 minutes of their time to encourage women hoping to get back into the workplace. However, royal expert and host of the podcast Today for Daily Kinsey Schofield wasn't convinced by the efforts. "I think Meghan's 40 by 40 campaign was a bit of a bust," she said. "But it's hard to evaluate it without hearing or seeing any of the results. Perhaps she's playing the long game and we'll get updates this year." The campaign video Meghan released last year seemed promising to many, featuring a cameo by Melissa McCarthy and promising to create a ripple effect after many women around the world lost their jobs due to COVID. However, Kinsey argues that as the campaign has seemingly ended in radio silence, it hasn't had the desired effect. "The intention was great, but I think the execution was not," she continued. "They should have followed up with unique stories about the elite mentors participating, what the women being mentored learned in the process. Did they get any professional opportunities because they were mentored by someone Meghan knows? That is great press." She added, "To go radio silent makes it feel like they tried something, it didn't take off, let's pretend it didn't happen." Now, as Meghan's 41st birthday approaches, speculation has arisen as to whether she will launch another campaign. And Kinsey thinks that whether she does or not could be a telling sign as to whether 40 by 40 went to plan, or whether it flopped, as the royal expert currently believes. The former actress officially joined the British royal family in 2018 when she married husband Prince Harry in a relatively low-key ceremony at St George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. The couple's son Archie was born in 2019 before the family welcomed daughter Lilibet, named in honor of her great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth II, in 2021. They had intended to live at Frogmore Cottage on the grounds of Windsor Castle following a controversial £2.4 million makeover paid for by UK taxpayers. But unrelenting press scrutiny in Britain eventually became too much. They stepped aside from royal duties and moved to California's Pacific Coast. A subsequent TV interview with Oprah Winfrey threatened to open a major schism in the royal family following explosive allegations of racism and bullying that emerged during the talk. In May, the couple returned to the UK for Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, marking the monarch's 70 years on the throne. However, their role in the festivities was curtailed and they were not allowed to join senior royals on the balcony of Buckingham Palace as part of the Trooping the Colour ceremony. In January, the Duchess won undisclosed damages against the Mail on Sunday after a court ruled that the paper had infringed her privacy over the publication of letters to her estranged father, Thomas Markle. Her Archetypes podcast was unveiled on Spotify in March, but her animated series Pearl was cancelled by Netflix in a cost-cutting move. In July, she accompanied her husband as he addressed the UN General Assembly to mark Nelson Mandela International Day, held annually on the former South African president's birthday.